Oh, I got that. Lovely. Okay, we're just gonna start. If you could tell me, like when you guys moved in the home.
Well, I've been in the house since I was in my 20s, and so this has been my only home that I've ever owned, and that was right around 1980 that I moved into the house. Rich and I, when we got together, I said, "Would you like to move? Should we get a new house?" And he said, "No, I love your house." So,
Yeah.
but I just decided to make it more of his space as well as my space. This was a room that always had been on my to-do list, and we decided to make it a man cave. So it's mostly Rich's hangout, but I'm always welcome, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, and the fireplace, since he's good with mechanical stuff, he made into a gas burning logs as opposed to the old wood burning logs that made a lot of mess and were difficult to deal with. So now you little switch of the button and we've got a flame going and it's really cozy.
Nice and warm.
Yeah.
Great. Could you describe a little bit what the basement was like when you first moved in?
Well, it was basically there was a room structure here. The ceiling was finished, which was nice, and it had a lovely fireplace. But there was, behind where we are right now, was a workbench. And I think that the gentleman who lived here and built this house was a very handy guy, and it was very much workbench and workroom related. And over on that side was kind of the lady of the house's ironing board stuff, and she had cabinets and there were other shelving, very rough up there, and it had a tile floor, which we discovered when we were trying to put a rug over it was old asbestos tile. So there were a few challenges to the room. Probably the strong suit of the room was the beautiful, gorgeous fireplace, the finished ceiling that was already in very, very good shape. And so there was, and I'd already replaced the windows with the glass block windows with the intention of doing something eventually. So it had cement block walls that had been painted.
Right.
And that was about it. So it was a very rough
basement.
Yeah.
Storage.
Yeah.
When you guys decided you wanted to get it redone, what was the process like? How did you pick a company?
We saw this company at the home show, probably for a couple years in a row. It's like, man, this is nice, So we kept. Probably the second year we went and walked through their little trailer down there, and said, let's just do it,
Yeah, and I think that was really, we were just kind of set on getting this look because we really liked the display we'd seen at the home show, and so this was really the only call we made was to these guys.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Besides the look, what appealed to you about the Owens Corning system?
I liked the idea of it being insulation.
The texture of the walls is nice,
The flexibility of the texture, that you could just put a pin in to hang things was a lot easier than nailing things in.
Yeah. The acoustic. What would you call that?
The acoustic value is, this was because Rich is a guitar player, and this is kind of his rehearsal room. Probably the drawback is it's so soundproof, I don't hear the sound wafting up into the bedroom anymore. I have to sort of come down and put an ear to the stairwell. But when band is rehearsing here, that's kind of a good thing because then it gets very loud. So the acoustics are great. It's very, very quiet in here. But I have to say, this room was always very chilly before, and now it's pretty comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
With the insulation, it's really made it easier to heat this room in a hurry. Hi, kitty cat.
What was the installation process like?
Great, really. Good guys, good mechanics, and we got along with them. We hit it off with the guys, and the challenge was around the fireplace, and Susie convinced them that they could do it.
And they came up with a creative solution because
it was uneven, and irregular. And what was nice was everything was done: the lighting, all the electrical up to code. I didn't have to do it. That was a big thing.
It was like a little mini contracting firm coming in and just sort of taking care of everything,
Right.
including, I mean, and walking through the whole process with us, and it seemed like it went fairly quickly, like a week to 10 days, and it was all done.
Yeah.
Something like that. I mean, it was really very easy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the result?
Oh my God.
Love it.
We wish we'd done it so much sooner.
We love it, and everybody that comes down loves it. And all our friends, and so.
This was a room that was rarely used before, except to stash junk, and now it's a mainstay. Rich is down here all the time, and
Quite a
lot.
bit.
Yeah, yeah. I shouldn't say all the time, but I mean
Yeah.
he's down here a lot, and he loves the room. I love the room, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's really good.
So you said the band practices down here?
Not like the whole band, but we'll get together a couple guys here and there. It still would be tough to get a whole band in here. We could do it though, but
Yeah, we just have to move the furniture a
yeah.
little bit.
So, but
I have to say one of the toughest things was clearing out all the garbage that had accumulated over the years. That was probably the longer process of getting rid of all the stuff.
going through all the records and
Yeah.
everything.
We hear that a lot.
It was good to
Yeah.
get rid of a lot of it. A lot of it hit the bricks.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's
Yeah.
good.
So finally, would you recommend Legacy to your friends and family?
We would, and we have. And a
Yeah.
good friend of mine just hired them a week or two ago. So
We absolutely are delighted, and we recommend it to anybody who asks, and we would wholeheartedly recommend it to anyone who wants a comfortable, wonderful living space in their home.
Great. Then just one more thing. Do I have your permission, both of you, to use this video for marketing purposes on our
Sure.
website and our newsletter?
yeah,
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Hi, Ken.
you're welcome.
You guys